بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. سائل يقول: إذا حج الإنسان وعليه دين هل هذا يجزئه? Is it lawful and is it valid to perform Hajj if you have debts? You owe people money. Can you perform Hajj? And if you perform Hajj, will your Hajj be valid? الجواب: إذا كان الحج يفوت الحج مع الدين هل يجزئه؟ هل يلزمه؟ وهل يجزئه؟ إذا كان الحج يفوت على صاحب الدين أو يفوت على صاحب الدين دينه فتسديد الدين لصاحبه واجب، والحج لا يكون واجبا على المدين لقول الله تعالى أو لقوله تعالى: ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن ليس عنده مال فهو غير مستطيع. وحق الآدمي مبني على المشاحة وحق الله جل وعلا مبني على المسامحة، لكن إذا كان الدين مؤجلا وقادر على سداده بعد ذلك فيحج ثم يسدد دينه، ولو حج على أي حال فالحج صحيح مجزئ والله أعلم. Please listen carefully to the answer. Answer says, if you making Hajj will disqualify the one whom you owe money, him getting his money, then you can't do it. You don't do it. So we have the debtee and the debtor. The debtee and the debtor. The one who owes and the one who is owed the money. So you who owe the money, you are the who? The debtee or the debtor?
You owe the money is a debtee.
That's the debtee. So if the debtee performs Hajj and is going to prevent him from paying back the debtor, then no. That's the first part of the answer. And that is because tasdeedu daini wajib. Repaying the debt is mandatory. It's obligatory. وَالْحَجُّ لَا يَكُونُ وَاجِبًا عَلَى الْمَدِينِ. And Hajj is not even mandatory upon the debtee. It's not obligatory upon you. That's point number 2. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran Kareem, was translated to mean وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ, and upon all men it is Allah's right to perform pilgrimage to the house. وَمَنْ لَيْسَ عِنْدُهُ مَالٌ فَهُوَ غَيْرُ مُسْتَطِيعٍ. And he who doesn't have money, who doesn't have the wealth, he isn't included in that verse. Because Allah says لِمَنْ اسْتَطَاعَ, for those who have the capacity. So if you're a debtee, as if you don't even have the capacity, as if the verse isn't addressing you, as if the verse what is not, you're not even included in that verse. So I read in the Quran that I have to make Hajj, right? You having this debt or these debts, as if the verse doesn't even what? It's not even given to you. So there is no, oh, let me do this first, because as if that verse never existed. You guys with me or not?
Yes.
Liman istata'a, for those who have the ability, for those who are capable, and the debtee is automatically incapable. Fatwa then states, it's very important. He says, وَحَقُّ الْآدَمِي مَبْنِيٌّ عَلَى الْمُشَاحَةِ. The rights of humans, the rule when it comes to the rights of humans is that it's based off of request. Give me, right now. No, I can't wait and I don't want to wait. وَحَقُّ اللَّهِ, Allah's rights are based off of mercy and clemency. Mercy and clemency. You owe Allah this, you should do it now. Unfortunately, you did it later. Allah is merciful. But the human being, the rule, the starting point of his haqq is what? Give me, right now. Can you wait 5 minutes? No. I'll pay back next week. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rights, even though you're supposed to give Allah his rights, is what? Based off of mercy. So therefore, paying off the debt, which is the haqq, the right of a who? A human. Making Hajj is the right of who? Allah. The human being's haqq would what? The human being's right would what?
Come first.
No doubt. If we're still stuttering and guessing, we didn't understand. How interesting does that sound? The right of a human being comes what?
First.
before the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's interesting.
In that particular case or in general?
The right of the human being comes what? Before. Because the rule, the default is that the human being is what?
Right now.
Demanding. Even though humans could also be patient and clement and merciful. But that's not the what? That's not the starting point. That's not the asl. The asl of Allah's hukuk is based off of ease and space. And the starting point of the rights of the humans is based off of?
Right now.
I don't understand the qaida. Of course there are exceptions. Of course there are exceptions. We're not talking about missing a salah to say hi to someone. But we're talking about something that you owe to somebody. Everyone understand? That's why I owe Hajj and I owe money. The human being's right comes what? Comes first. And this is a very interesting point with regards to people who attack Islam and say things about Islam. And Islam is this and Islam is backwards. Just look at the beauty of Islam. Not to ignore the rights of people. Moving forward, Fatwa then states, لكن إذا كان الدين مؤجلا. As far as if the debt can be paid later on, and it is a debt that has 5 years or 10 years or 20 years on it, and you have the ability to make Hajj right now, then you should prioritize the Hajj. So the debt that you have 6 months to pay back versus the debt that you have 6 years to pay back. It's also a different scenario. Moving forward. ثم يسدد دينه ولو حج على أي حال فالحج صحيح مجزي. No matter what the case, this or that, if you made the Hajj would be valid. Even if it wasn't obligatory, you didn't have to. You owed the person the money. The person wanted their money next week, next month, and the Hajj is during that same month. Even if you made Hajj, the Hajj would still be valid. It still would be valid. Would you be sinful? Is it backwards? You making the Hajj first? In worst case scenario, the Hajj would still count. It would still count. But a person is to prioritize the debt first, especially if the debt is close, is coming. As far as there is space in the debt, then that's a different what? A different story. And it's still best to pay off the debt first. But the world in which we live with so much debt, is debt all of the time. You pay back one debt and there is... This fatwa was given by Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdillah Subayyil, rahimahullah ta'ala. And of course we learn from it details when necessary, lack of details when necessary. And there is a prioritizing of things that you do and rights that you give. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's haqq is obligatory, but Allah is more merciful. The human being's haqq is obligatory, and the humans, they may be kind and merciful, but if you touch the wrong button or you press the human the wrong way, you'll see a total different side of that human being. The brother who smiles and laughs in the masjid, how you doing, mashallah. If you owe him $5, or you park in his driveway, or you do something that upsets him the wrong way, and he'll what? He'll be a total different person. You want to know a person's true character? Deal with them with money. You want to know a person's true level of sabr and piety and taqwa? Do business with them.